Hey, what's up guys? My name is Sergio Mesqua and this is my 1999 Mitsubishi Eclipse Spyder all-wheel drive. When I was a little kid, I used to be in middle school and I used to hang out with these guys that used to have a car club. It used to be the name 5 Elements. They used to have super nice cars and I remember that I told them like, hey, please take me to the car shows, you know, and they were very cool guys. And I used to help them out to clean the wheels, you know. And I used to be super happy because I was hanging out with them. Car shows used to be super nice here in Mexico back in the day. So that's how I really started into cars. My first car was a 1997 Nissan Sentra. The first thing that I did in the Sentra was take out the filter box, so it will sound like it had intake. And I remember I used to go to racing a lot with my little Sentra. I bought some Rotas when Rotas used to be like the thing back in the day with on the Honda scene and stuff like that. I used to smoke the single cam Civics, but not the SIs. The SIs will smoke me. But I used to have a lot of fun. I remember I saw the movie of Fast and Furious and I had a friend that used to buy in some cars. And I told him like, hey bro, I really want to buy an Eclipse, please help me out. And he told me like, hey, you know, I have a friend in San Diego that he's selling an Eclipse right now. So I get into the shop and this Asian guy, long hair with glasses, and he used to speak perfect Spanish. So I told this guy like, hey, so Chichi told me that they're selling an Eclipse. And he was like, yeah, I'm selling an Eclipse. Go test it. And he showed me the key like,
take mine. That's Riz.
I couldn't drive, I didn't have a license. But my brother-in-law, he helped me out and we went and we test drive the Eclipse. So back in those days, it was like 2005, just by having a blow-off valve in your car, you will be like the main attention on a car show, you know, because turbo cars were rare, you know, and so this Eclipse, it was a 2G GST, it was silver, and it used to have the R32 body kit in the front bumper, and on the engine, intake, the engine one, and blow-off, the Grady one, the purple one. So when I heard the sound of the blow-off, and I was like, please, I was talking to my brother-in-law, like, please, Coolio, please, let's go back, let's buy it right now, like, come on, I need this fucking car, come on. And he was like, chill, dude, like, it used to have a bad fuel pump. So I remember I went back to the shop and I talked to this guy, like, hey, yeah, I want it. And he was like, okay, dude, I'm gonna give you a better price because you're so excited. And I paid $2,000 back in those days for the GST. And I sold the Sentra for $3,500. With the rest of the money, I put Mexican plates on the DSM, and that was my first DSM. That's how everything started. The first thing that I did was Lambo doors. I painted the car gray the first time. I used to have carbon fiber roof, carbon fiber hood, and carbon fiber trunk. So this GST also, it was a cover magazine of Maxi Tuning, the best Spanish magazine of the car scene back in the day. The first mistake that I think that most of the DSM guys of my age did, that was buying an Evo turbo kit. I bought this turbo timer. We had this local mechanic here, and he was very famous because he used to have very fast cars. So I remember I went to his house. I wanted him to install a turbo timer on my car, and I already had the Evo turbo kit installed, the front mount, and I used to think that my car was so fast. I remember that I told him like, hey, let's go and take a ride, and he was like, yeah, let's go. So I was so excited on my GST taking a ride, and he was like, yeah, like it runs good, but let me give you a ride on my GST. He already had a 20G turbo, bigger injectors, like 28 pounds, you know? And I remember, dude, like was like first, second, third gear, and everything changed. Something changed in my body that day. I used to like car shows a lot, but the same day, this guy took me to the races, to the street racing in Mexico. Used to be super fun, really nice cars, and we smoked everyone that day on the races. So the first mods that I did on my GST was punching with a hammer the pressure regulator to have more pressure. We did this in-house boost controller with a couple of hoses, the AFC. I did put bigger injectors and fuel pump, and I used to go to the races a lot until I blow that car. And at the same time, when I blow the car, the engine, I had the opportunity to buy my first GSX. So I put a new engine on the GST. I sold it to a friend, then he sold it to another guy, and that car still exists. It's in Aguascalientes, in mainland Mexico. And that's how I bought my first GSX white, 1997, that I still got it. Actually, I'm gonna put a bigger turbo on it. It's gonna be back in the road pretty soon. I put the AR kit on it, the white body. On that car, I did put a lot of attention on the engine. So I remember I used to be all the day in DSM tuners learning. On that one, I put a 6-bolt, second G pistons with 1G rods, second G head, springs, retainers, cams. I bought a Venom intake manifold, fuel rail. I put in a whole set, AX35 with a beep housing on it, fuel pump. I put DSM Link on it, one of the first DSMs with DSM Link in Mexico. I never blew the engine, and I used to go to the races a lot. I used to go to Ensenada because they used to challenge us, like, hey, the guys from TJ versus the guys from Ensenada versus the guys from Tecate. Back in the day, we smoked everyone. It was so quick. Boom, 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 boom. Carbonetics. So how Carbonetics started. So with the GST, after I put the carbon fiber roof, I saw on eBay this for a very good price, the hood and the hatch, and they offer local pickup for free. So I was gonna save myself a lot of money. I was in high school, so they called me and I was like, hey, did you buy these carbon fiber parts for the Eclipse? And I was like, yeah, I'm in school right now. As soon as I get out, I'll go and pick them up in San Diego. And he was like, no, we're in TJ. Here is the address, and we're gonna be open until this time. So I remember I went to this shop, and it was a big shop. This guy used to manufacture the parts for Stillen, for Street Scene, and for a couple of more big companies back in the day. I told the guy, like, hey, we should make the high-rise spoiler. And he was like, really? And I was like, yeah, let's do it. I'll buy the first one, please. And he trusted in me. And he did it. He did the mold. I only wanted to be the first one in the DSM tuners to have the parts. So after he did the spoiler, I posted on DSM tuners. He posted the spoiler on eBay, and it became his bestseller. And he called me like, hey, Sergio, what we should make now? And the second part that we did together was the center taillight. We did the center taillight, the same story, bestseller. So the third call, he was like, hey, Sergio, so what did you do after school? And I was like, nothing, I play soccer. And he told me, like, hey, you wanna work part-time with me? So that was my first job ever, to tell production which new molds we were gonna make. I used to take care of everything about logistics in the shop. I was very happy, to be honest. I also used to play professional soccer, so I will go sometimes for 4 or 6 months, and then I will come back to TJ, and it's okay, you have your work always secure with me and stuff like that. But one day we got a big contract with JBL Audio that actually Alfonso, the name of the owner of the shop, still has that big deal with them. And he told me, like, Sergio, you know something? Honestly, with this contract, I'm more than happy. So start your own business. And that's how I'm very thankful with him, because he pushed me to start my own business. And the group buy ever that I did by myself without Alfonso was the second G sunroof. And it was a success. We sold 45 sunroof the first time. So I'm very thankful with the community. They support me since the very first time. Then we did the hood. Then we spoke to Mike Waller, and we did the front bumper and part of the part until what we have right now. And I'm super happy, super thankful for the job that I have. That the key in life is to do what you like. You need to have passion for your work. That's the key. That's the key for everything. Super thankful for the people that I know because of cars, the places, adventures, crazy stuff. So the story about the Spyder guys. With Carbonetics, we set ourselves the goal to take 2 cars with 2 different white bodies for the Mitsubishi Owners Days in 2016. We bought the Spyder to release the Carbonetics white body kit. At the beginning, we said that we only wanted to put maybe a 20G turbo, some wheels, the white body, but we decided to go all in. We did a full shape engine bay. The engine has 550 horses to the wheels, the roll cage, the bigger turbo kit, which I ran the turbo in the headlight. It's very aggressive. It was a very tough challenge, but we did it. We took Spyder to the MOD in 2016. So the purpose of the Spyder, of course, was to show everyone it's a shop car. We're very proud about this wide body kit because all the parts that we make in Carbonetics, we designed it from scratch. For the exterior mods, we have the Carbonetics wide body kit, which are the 4 flares with the lip kit. I also have a carbon fiber trunk, the roll cage. I based myself on a GTR roof, an R35. I think the side view of my car is one of the things I really like the most. It makes it look so aggressive, you know. We did the custom moldings all the way around, APR mirrors, AV super vented hood, the version 1. It has the fiberglass front bumper from Carbonetics too. We're gonna change everything. The goal with this car is to change all the carbon fiber parts, repaint it, and we want to take it to Mexico City to the Hot Wheels show. Whoever wins the show, they make his car in the car wheel. So we're very excited and we really want to do that this year. I promise that we're going to finish the hardtop. We can make it happen. We can make the dream happen. Also, this spoiler is part of the wide body. We have the center taillight carbon fiber, the bumper diffuser. Interior, I have Evo 9 Recaros, Momo steering wheel, Carbonetics airbag delete tray, Carbonetics carbon fiber armrest, but also we want to make a rear seat delete for you guys, so be ready. It's going to be super nice. And on the engine, which is also one of the things I really like about the Spyder, it's fully forged, Y-screw pistons 9-1, rods, springs, retainers, Venom intake manifold, Venom fuel reel, Venom cam gears, a 6266 journal bearing. It's still a journal bearing turbo, 28 pounds, 550 horses to the wheels. Injector clinic, 1800 injectors. It has a 455 Volvo full pump. DSM link also. It was one of the first DSMs with DSM link in Mexico. We powder coat all the aluminum parts and steel parts on the engine bay. We powder coat the transmission as well, silver, which I really recommend you guys to do that. Changes everything, to be honest. Way easier to clean everything. Tile bulb, tile wastegate, and that's pretty much it. Hey, thank you guys for watching. My name is Sergio Mesqua. I hope you like everything. And this is my story of my 1999 Mitsubishi Eclipse all-wheel drive Spyder.